When I tested positive for gluten sensitivity years ago, I thought this was the answer to my problems. I was dealing with lifelong digestive symptoms, IBS, autoimmune Hashimoto's and rheumatoid conditions, fatigue, brain fog, skin issues, and so many other symptoms. So I went on a gluten-free diet and felt a little better initially, but then no change. I was very frustrated and had to figure out a diet that did work. And I was able to come up with an anti-inflammatory diet that resolved my gut and thyroid issues. My autoimmune antibodies went down to normal, and they've been that way for years. So I'll go over why gluten-free diets don't work, what does instead. So if you're having any gut, thyroid, or other chronic health issues, you can benefit from this as well. My name is Dr. Tom Rofrano from the Natural Medicine Clinic in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and author of The Free Diet. I've been practicing for almost 40 years and have seen over 100,000 patient visits, many of whom have gut and thyroid issues. Almost all of them test positive for gluten sensitivity, and many of them have told me, I've tried gluten-free diets. It doesn't help, so I don't know what to do. So if you find this information helpful, please like and subscribe so more people can see this video. One reason gluten-free diets don't work is you're eating other grains, rice, corn, millet, that contain gluten-like compounds that are still problematic. Like I was eating for breakfast eggs and millet toast, or oatmeal, or rice cereal, and then lunch rice with vegetables, and dinner gluten-free pastas. And all of those starches I was consuming was causing more gas, bloating, indigestion. Because I also found out that I had gut infections and parasite, candida, yeast, and bacterial overgrowth. All these starches were feeding the pathogens, making the issue worse. And this is often the case that I see. And then gluten can cause leaky gut, which makes you sensitive to other foods. So I had sensitivities to eggs, dairy, soy, legumes. So in cutting out gluten, when you're still eating other foods you're sensitive to, it's preventing you from getting better. So the diet I came up with, I call the free diet, is free of not only gluten, but gluten grains, sugar, yeast, dairy, eggs, soy, legumes, nightshades, processed foods, all those foods most commonly responsible for inflammation, gut, thyroid, and other chronic health issues. With this, I was able to get better. My autoimmune Hashimoto's and rheumatoid antibodies went down to normal, and they've been that way for years. My IBS, fatigue, skin, and other symptoms resolved. I'll put a link for the free diet phase 1 food chart below, which has a list of over 80 foods that you're allowed to eat in phase 1. As you get better and go into the next phases, you can then reintroduce certain foods one at a time to see how you react, to make sure you're okay with them. And one category of foods you're avoiding are processed foods. And that's one mistake people make with gluten-free diets. They run out and buy gluten-free crackers and cookies and cakes that are highly processed and have seed oils and other problematic ingredients. So that's an important part of this. And the free diet is also low in lectins and oxalates, both which can be inflammatory, and low in histamines. Another reason gluten-free diets don't work is that over the years, gluten sensitivity can lead to nutritional deficiencies. And if you're not replacing these nutrients, it can interfere with healing. So as part of the free diet, I recommend the functional 5, which are 5 supplements I find most everyone needs, which is a multi-fish oil, vitamin D with K, magnesium, probiotic, and I find these can help support the healing process. There may be other nutrients you're deficient in as well that can be determined through testing. So although going on a gluten-free diet did not work for me, it forced me to figure out an anti-inflammatory diet that did work. And if you're having gut, thyroid, or other chronic health issue, I suggest you give the free diet a try and see if it helps you as much as it did me. Thanks for joining me today. I'll put a link that goes into the free diet in more detail here. The free diet phase 1 food chart below. Feel free to like and subscribe so more people can see this video, and I'll see you next time.